If you've been exploring how to get a recycling approval in New Jersey, or you've spent time on our site or our YouTube channel, you might be wondering something really important. If I apply for a recycling permit, am I guaranteed to get approved? What are the chances I won't get approved? And if that happens, then what? And probably the biggest one, what can I do to make sure I give myself the best possible chance of success? Hey, we get these questions all the time from people who are serious about starting a recycling business in New Jersey. And they're smart to ask them. So in this video, we're going to give you straight, honest answers. We'll share a few real examples from applicants we've worked with who were denied. Yes, it happens, even to us. But knowing why it happens and how to avoid it can make all the difference in your approval chances. I'm Doug Rulin, Principal Environmental Consultant here at RMA. If you apply for a recycling approval, generally a general recycling approval, which is the most common type, are you guaranteed to get approved? The answer is no, absolutely not. There are no guarantees in this process. It takes time, it takes serious effort, and yes, it's going to cost you money. And while we've had a very strong track record over the years, we've also had a few projects that were denied, usually for reasons that caught everyone, including us, off guard. Sometimes we can catch the red flags early and steer the applicant in a different direction. That's ideal. But sometimes we get all the way to the county or even the state level only to get a no that we didn't expect. So what are the most common reasons an application gets denied? Well, one of the biggest is location. If the property isn't zoned properly, or if it's too close to residential areas, parks, or other sensitive sites, you're going to hit a wall fast. Now, I know that sounds unfair, but it's the reality. And it's the one we need to account for before we file anything. Other common reasons include poorly written or unrealistic operation plans, a weak application, lack of local support, or simply a bad track record from the applicant. If your site is a mess or your reputation isn't great in the community, those things catch up with you. So how likely is it that your application gets denied? Well, it depends on where you are, what you're proposing, and how well you prepare. Are your local officials on board? Does the county really want more recycling, or are they resistant to it? Have you met all the DEP's requirements for stormwater permits, air, and other necessary permits? In our experience, if you're going to be denied, it usually happens at the municipal or county level. The DEP tends to approve applications that are well prepared and have cleared the prior hurdles, but it's a long, multi-step process. And the more mistakes you make or blind spots you don't address, the more likely you are to get denied. Now, some perspective. At RMA, we've handled dozens of recycling approvals, and out of all of those, we've only had a very small handful get denied, fewer than 5%. Most of the time, it's because we worked with the applicant from day one to shape a winning strategy, choose the right location, and build a solid plan. That said, let's talk about a few real-world examples where it didn't go as planned. In one case, we had an applicant where everything seemed to be going for them. Great location, solid operations plan, and a good application. When it came time for the county to vote, boom, denied. Why? Turns out a county commissioner lived nearby and just didn't want trucks on their road, and that was all it took. In another case, the county decided they simply don't want more recycling businesses. No technical issues, just a flat no. And one more. We had a project with a good industrial property, clean site, seemingly great fit, but the town just wasn't interested in having a recycling facility there. They declined to support the application, and we just couldn't move forward. The common thread in all of these? Local politics, county resistance, or the wrong location. If the town or county doesn't want your facility, even the best application's not going to save it. So what can you do to give yourself the best possible shot at getting approved? First, build the right team. Experience matters here. We've seen almost every kind of roadblock and we know how to navigate them. Second, get your property in shape, physically and politically. If your site is messy or your reputation isn't great, it's time to clean that up. Seriously. Third, choose your location wisely. Some towns and counties are much more open to recycling than others are. We know where you're likely to succeed and where you're likely to hit a wall. Fourth, write a realistic, well-structured operation plan. Don't overpromise or submit a boilerplate proposal. Be clear, be thorough, and back it up with real details. And lastly, work with people who've done this before. While we can't guarantee approval, we've helped more businesses get approved in New Jersey than anyone else. We know the process, we know the politics, and we'll be honest with you about your chances and what needs to change. So if you're thinking about getting into the recycling business in New Jersey and want the best chance of success, let's talk. Visit our website, check out our other videos on our YouTube channel, or schedule a call directly. We'll help you figure out where you stand, what's possible, and what the smartest next step looks like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.